Nashville, Tennessee. With the city alone earning over $28.9 billion in direct visitor spending in 2023, Tennessee is a booming tourist destination. But ask around and few Australians ever add Nashville or Tennessee to their travel bucket lists. But Aussies do like road trips, and we think this is the perfect launchpad for a good old-fashioned US road trip. After a particularly intriguing reward seat alert from our own newsletter no less, subscribe, it's free, Point Hack CEO Mike and I decide to do just that. So in this video, I'm going to take you through the sights, the sounds and the smells of America's great 16th state. I'll also show you how we got there for under $420 and how you can earn the points yourself to do it too. But first, we got to get there. We begin with a short Virgin Australia flight from Melbourne to Sydney before boarding United Airlines 787 to Los Angeles. While United Airlines doesn't have its own lounge in Sydney, our ticket grants us access to other Star Alliance lounges. We decide to go with Singapore Airlines this time. This lounge overlooks the tarmac, and I can spot our 787 from the window as I enjoy a lovely barista-made coffee and hot breakfast from the buffet. Let me tell you, I am so excited as I step onto United's Polaris business class. Some of my favourite memories come from exploring the US by car, and I've been eager to return ever since. The plane has a 1-2-1 layout, so every business class seat gets access to the aisle. Mike and I are sat next to each other in the middle, which features an electronic partition so you can chat to your travel partner.
Oh, okay, bye.
We did not make use of that feature. I didn't have to wait too long before the first of many delicious meals on this trip, with dinner served swiftly after takeoff. Anticipating a week of nothing but barbecue, I go for the lighter Moroccan-style spiced lamb with couscous and veggies. Then I eat a big old scoop of caramel sundae to balance all that out. Then later on, I'll have my pick of American staples like pancakes. Yeah, and why not? Let's get cheese toasties as well. With a beer. The cabin is dimmed not long after dinner. I find the lie-flat seats are a little narrow towards your feet, especially for taller people, but for most travellers, including me at 5'10", there's enough space to lay back and enjoy a pretty restful 7-hour sleep across the Pacific Ocean. Pretty soon, we arrive in LA and hop on a quick 3-hour flight in American Airlines economy to Nashville. So, we're in Nashville, the home of country music. And boy howdy, do they let you know it. Every morning from 10 a.m, Honky Tonk Highway in downtown Nashville erupts into a day-long music festival. Clad in their cowboy attire, punters peruse the 30-plus multi-story bars. Windows and doors swing wide open with music filling the streets, and if you stick around long enough, you might even cop a bit of bass to the face. Every bar we visit is an opportunity to discover something new. With venues open into the early morning hours, there's a near endless supply of bands to boogie the day away. Of course, fashion is incredibly important in Nashville, so we spend our first day picking out the perfect hat to display our cowboy cred.
Hey, that's good.
This is just one facet of Nashville. We also enjoy an ice hockey game, a whiskey tour to craft distilleries in neighbouring counties, an insightful meander through the Country Music Hall of Fame Museum. Wow, do you think Taylor Swift was baptised here? And I tried to impress Mike by trying Nashville's hottest Nashville hot chicken. Yeah, don't do that. We spend our final night listening to established and upcoming country artists at Nashville's illustrious Grand Ole Opry House. This theatre has broadcast the same weekly live music show to radios across North America since 1974, but the Opry show itself has been running for almost a century by now. Yeah, being in attendance at this show, it became immediately clear just how important it is to the local music scene and all the musicians who get to play there. It's not all just country music either. I'm ecstatic when the tunes take a sharp right turn towards 80s movie soundtracks with Jim Petterick from American rock band Survivor making an appearance. Yes, he plays Eye of the Tiger, and yes, even at 73 years old, he still rocks. So, after 3 days in Nashville, we pick up our hire car and drive 1 hour south to the moistest dry county in all of America, Lynchburg, Tennessee. In most dry counties, it's illegal to buy or sell alcohol, a quirky byproduct of America's 13-year alcohol prohibition in the 1920s. But here, the moistness flows from a fairly well-known Tennessee whiskey factory that dominates the north end of town, the one and only Jack Daniel's. We arrive at 8 a.m. and join the very first distillery tour of the day.
Come on in here. We've known each other for about 30 minutes now. We should be great friends by now.
We're educated on the process of whiskey production, Jack Daniel's history, and their relationship to the surrounding land. I'm surprised to discover that every bottle is actually created right here with water extracted from a nearby limestone cave. Apparently, this is what gives it such a distinct flavour. I'm assured it's got nothing to do with the otters playing in the river nearby. After a 9 AM whiskey tasting across JD's entire range, we head into town to check out Jack Daniel's World Championship Invitational Barbecue. This isn't always on, of course. It's a once-a-year deal, held around October for a couple of days, but it attracts the best barbecuers from across the globe. And as a barbecue dad himself, Mike's not subtle about it. This is the main reason he wanted to come to Tennessee. Thank you.
All right.
Mike is in his own personal heaven right now. Look at that.
We even managed to find the Australian representatives, Smokin' Steve's Barbecue from where I'm from, Perth.
While the top spot is ultimately awarded to Uncle Pig's Barbecue Pit from New Jersey, we feel like the real victors when trying some of that prize-winning pork. We have to hit one last stop on our way out of town, Miss Mary Bobo's.
Bottom of the stairs for Motlow.
Now, this isn't your usual small-town restaurant. Think more a stereotypical American family Thanksgiving dinner, except you're paired with a bunch of people you've never met. But that's fine, you're also set up with a lovely host who will help you fill in any awkward silences. I loved this. I'm full just thinking about it now. Endless iced teas, fried chicken, mac and cheese, multiple different desserts. It was just so much good, calorie-dense American food. One thing that stood out to me though, no alcohol. This is a dry county after all. Apparently. A scenic 4 to 5 hours drive west from Lynchburg lands us in Memphis, Tennessee. Now, I've since come to know this as the place that features a pyramid with an outdoor store / hotel in it. This is the greatest building I've ever been in. But most probably know Memphis as the home of Elvis Presley, and Elvis Presley's home. Within the city itself, a number of bars and blues clubs line the famous Beale Street. It was pretty quiet when we visited in late October, so it left the Memphis party district feeling not quite as exciting or safe as Nashville's. However, we heard from multiple residents the city livens up around their summer months, particularly during the Beale Street Music Festival in May. If you do decide to go, just be aware reward flights into the city and good deals on accommodation may be a little bit harder to find. That goes for Nashville as well. They have a lot of events there. Actually, now that I mention it, if you've been looking for award seats and can't find the ones that you want, it doesn't have to be to Tennessee or the US, it can be anywhere, get in contact with our travel experts over at Point Hacks Concierge. All you have to do, fill in this form about a trip you want to take, and they'll find the best flights that suit your needs. They'll even show you how to book it. I'm serious, these guys are absolute geniuses when it comes to travel booking. I ask them questions all the time. It's very annoying. They actually helped us book this very trip. There was one part of Beale Street that we both fell in love with though. B.B. King's Blues Club. After one spectacular night of blues covers, perfectly cooked ribs, and Jack Daniel's infused Lynchburg lemonades, we're hooked. So much so, we return the very next day. Frankly, it's the perfect way to cap off our time in the US. Time to head back to Australia, beginning with another American Airlines economy flight from Memphis to LA with a quick stop in Dallas, Texas. From there, we take a Qantas 787 back to Melbourne. The authentic flat whites, thick Aussie accents, and big serves of much-needed vegetables have me instantly feeling right at home. I slip into the Qantas branded pajamas they provide and my sleep mask and lie back my seat to enjoy a restful journey back to Melbourne. So that was the trip. Let's check out how much the flights cost us. Yeah, that's an impressive fare for business class flights both ways and 3 economy class flights within the US. When we booked, we aimed to balance luxury and value depending on what we needed. With lay-flat seating and meal services, the business class flights were ideal for the long overnight legs. During the day, we're perfectly happy sitting in economy for the connecting hops across America. But how do you get the points? Well, I was recently just back in Perth and all of my friends and family were asking me which is the best points program to go with. And my answer was always always the same. Both! This trip is a great example of why. By having access to 2 points programs and all of their partners, we have much greater flexibility with flights and flight times. We also get to experience 2 different long-haul business class offerings instead of the same both ways. I think that's a win. And the quickest way to earn points in both of these? Credit card sign-up bonuses. Both Qantas and Velocity have some excellent points earning cards on offer right now. I've left a link in the description for both. Check them out and see what works for you. For more earning opportunities, or if you just can't get a credit card right now, I'd also highly suggest signing up to Woolies Everyday Rewards for Qantas points and Flybuys for Velocity points. By combining these programs with your new credit card, you can earn multiple points per dollar spent on everyday transactions. You don't have to fly to get your points. All right, I'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Hit subscribe if you want more videos like this, travel inspiration, points earning tips. Subscribe to our reward seat alert email. You can find a link to that in the description. That'll help you find reward seats as they become available. And if you want to see where else I've got on points, there's 2 videos here. Take your pick, and hey, I'll see you over there, partner. Yee-haw. America.